me that God has put this man on earth to fulfill your wishes. He has practiced extensively in Paris.
As far as that's concerned, I'm going to put my trust in you. But as far as his professional skill, I'll have the final word myself as to whether or not he's a man of learning. I won't be sold some quack's remedy.
And because I know you, I'll take you to talk to him, and once you have talked to him, if you do not believe that his presence, his learning, his eloquence are so trustworthy that you would fall to your knees before him, well, then you can say he's not the one.
Well now, in the name of the Archangel, let's go. But where does he live?
On this very piazza, the door, opposite yours.
Oh, very well, knock.
There we are.
Who is it that wants you?
Bona dies, Domine Doctor.
Et bobas bona domin magister.
God's word, he's good.
You'll have to speak so that I can understand you, however, or else we will be going in opposite directions.
What brings you here?
I don't have children, and I want them. So in order to trouble myself with them, I've come to bother you.
It would not trouble me at all to please you and all excellent men like you. I only toured and passed for so many years to be able to serve men like yourself.
Oh, well, thank you indeed, and if you haven't had need of my skills, I would willingly serve you. But let us return ad rem nostrum. Have you given any thought as to which spa would be good for my wife to prepare to get pregnant? I know that Licurio here has told you what's been said.
Indeed he has, but first, in order to fulfill your desires, we must know what is causing your wife's sterility, because there could be many reasons. Multa potest facere intundunt sterilitatem.
This is the cleverest guy alive!
But this sterility could be caused by you, by impotence. And if this were the case, there would be no remedy at all.
Me? Impotent? You make me laugh. I don't think there's a stronger, more vigorous man in all of Florence but thee.
Then, if that is not the case, be of good cheer. We will find you a remedy.
Would there be another remedy than the baths? I'd rather not have this bother, and my wife would be reluctant to leave Florence.
Yes, there is. I'd like to answer this one. See, Calamaco here is so cautious that he takes it to the extreme. But were you not just telling me that you know how to prepare a potion to bring on pregnancy without fail?
Indeed I did. I keep quiet about it around people I don't know because I wouldn't want to be taken for a clerk.
Don't worry about me, because you have amazed me to such an extent that there's nothing that I wouldn't do or believe at your own hands.
I really need to see a specimen.
Indeed, absolutely, we can proceed with nothing.
Back into flash, because I have more faith in you than the Hungarians have in Pippo Spano.
Yes, the judge will be easy to persuade. The hard part will be the wife. But do not fear, we have plenty of ways for that.
Do you have the specimen? Bring it here. The specimen, it shows the weakness of the kidneys.
Of course it's cloudy. She only just did it now.
Well, don't let it surprise you. Irina and Salatum.
By St. Puck's bucket. Well, he speaks on the subject. He gets better and better with every stroke.
I'm afraid she's not well covered at night. That's why it's a bit pale.
No, she keeps a good quilt over her. She does spend 4 hours on her knees with her Our Fathers before she'll agree to go to bed, but she's a tough one with the cold.
Well, when all is said and done, Your Honor, either you trust me or you don't. Either I will direct you to a sure remedy or not. And if a year from today your wife is not holding a male child in her arms, I will owe you 2,000 ducats.
Say what you have to say, because I'm going to respect you in everything, and I'm going to trust you more than my own confessor.
Well, there's no more certain way to get a woman pregnant than to make her drink a potion made from the mandrake. And but for this, the Queen of France would be sterile and all the princesses in that realm.
Oh, is it possible?
Just as I say, and fortune has so smiled upon you that I just so happen to bring all the ingredients that go into making of the mandrake.
When should she take it?
This evening after supper, when the moon is most disposed and the time couldn't be more propitious.
Well, that won't be any great trouble. Get it ready and I'll make sure she takes it.
Now, we must turn our minds to this, that the first man to lie with your wife after she has taken the mandrake will weak and there's nothing in this world that would save him.
But bloody! I'm not going to swallow that. You're not going to sneak me with that. Now I'm stuck. No thanks to you.
Calm down. There's a remedy.
Namely?
We get someone else to sleep with her immediately. So that way, by spending one night with her after she has taken the potion, he will draw all the poison into himself, and you can lie with your wife with no danger to yourself.
I don't want to do it.
Why?
Because I don't want to make my wife a whore and myself a cuckold.
Oh, Your Honor! I thought you were wiser than this. Are you saying you won't do what's been done by the King of France and all the lords in his realm?
What's to be done?
I'll tell you. I'll give you the potion. You give it to your wife after supper, and then you put her to bed. Let's say around 9 o'clock tonight. Then we'll dress up in disguise, you, Nigerio, Ciro, and me, and we'll go looking around the Mercato Vecchio, the Mercato Nuovo, and here, and the first scoundrel that we see hanging about. We're blind. We'll rough him up. We'll take him back to your house and put him into your bedchamber in the dark, and then we'll put him into your bed. And then we'll tell him what he has to do, and then there won't be any problem at all. Then in the morning, we'll send him on his way. He'll give your wife a good old wash, and then you can lie with her with pleasure, with no danger to yourself.
There's still one important problem.
What's that?
Getting my wife to be convinced. I don't think she'll ever come around.
You're right. But I wouldn't want to be married if I can convince my wife to do what I want.
Oh, I have a remedy.
What?
Use her confessor.
Who will persuade her confessor?
You, me, money in their very wicked nature. Now then, time is passing. Take yourself for a walk. Make sure we can find you in the afternoon at your house with the potion all prepared. Messer Nicia and I will go to meet the abbess, and we will report to you back on what we have done. Now then, these abbesses are cunning, astute, and this is of course true because they know our sins as well as their own. And therefore, I wouldn't want you to do anything so silly as, say, speaking. No, a man like yourself who studies all the time, well, you know those books of yours do not know how to deal with the ways of the world. This man is such a fool, I'm afraid he'll ruin everything.
What should I do?
How long has it been since you spoke to the abbess?
More than 10 years.
Oh, great. I want you to pretend to be deaf. You cannot answer unless we speak to you very loudly.
That's what I'll do.
And I do not want you to be surprised if some of the things that I say seem to have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Everything will become relevant.
Very well.
Oh, I hear the abbess coming. Wait for her here. Mother.
What brings you here, Is that Messer Nicia, I see?
I'm afraid you'll have to speak quite loudly. He's gone quite deaf.
Good day, Messer Nicia.
No, much louder.
Good day!
Good day to you, Mother!
What brings you here?
Very well.
I'm afraid you'll have to speak with me, Mother. For if you wish to hold a conversation with Messer Nicia, it would create an uproar in the piazza.
What do you want from me?
Messer Nicia and a gentleman who I shall reveal later have decided to provide several hundred ducats in alms to the church.
Oh!
What the shit? Talk so much. You'll have to forgive Messer Nicia. You know he cannot hear, but sometimes he thinks he can hear, and then his answers just make no sense.
When you speak to me, he can say what he likes.
The gentlemen have decided that you shall be the one to distribute the alms.
Most willingly.
However, before these alms can be distributed, well, you have to do a certain something for his honor.
What is it?
Do you know a certain Camillo Calfucci?
I know him.
Nephew to his honor, yes.
Hi.
It so happened about a year ago he went off to Paris on some business of his, leaving his unmarried daughter, for his wife had passed away, in the care of a convent.
And what happened?
What happened was that through the carelessness of the nuns, or the girl's own headstrong nature, she finds herself 4 months pregnant. A certain thing where, if remedy is not taken right away, the convent, the girl, the family, Camillo, and Messenicia himself stand to lose their honor. Only you can be the one to solve this, and so long as it is not made public, his honor has promised that 300 ducats shall be given in God's name.
Border
Touch! Quiet. And they have decided to give them through you.
What must I do?
Oh, simply convince the girl to take a portion to make her abort.
I shall have to think on this.
So what is there to think about? Think how much good can come from these alms. Think about restoring the honor of the convent, of the girl and her relations. You shall restore a daughter to her father. You shall be doing a favor for his honor. Think how much good this could bring. And I believe that things are good if the majority believes them good and if the majority likes it.
So be it. In the name of God, I will do this thing, but let it be known that I do it in the name of God and of charity. Aye. Give me the name of the convent, the potion, and, if possible, the money! So that I may begin to do some good with it.
Now you're sounding like the cleric I thought you were. I'm sorry. A woman is waiting to me from inside the church. I must go speak with her. I shall return shortly. Please do not leave Messenicia alone on the piazza.
I seem to have fallen into a pit. These two men come to me here. One is mad and the other is deaf. One flees and the other cannot hear. But unless these are counterfeit, I shall come out of it better than either of them. Oh, here's Ligerio coming back.
Quiet, Your Honor. Oh, Mother! Good news!
What news?
The woman I spoke to in the church has informed me that the young lady has miscarried on her own.
Good news and goodbye to these alms that will go down the drain.
Sorry, you said?
I said you have all the more reason to give these alms.
Alms shall be given, and through you. However, we do ask that you perform something different for his honor.
What is it?
Something less onerous, less scandalous, more acceptable to us, and more advantageous to yourself.
What is it? For it seems we've grown so close that I would do anything.
Let's speak of it in the church. I want you to wait for us here. We will be right back.
Is it day or night? Am I awake or dreaming? Am I drunk? Though I yet have a drink today to go along with this nonsense? We agreed to tell the abbess one thing, and then he tells her something else. And then he says, pretend to be deaf, it'll be fine. And now I'm left here, 25 ducats to pour, and I'm left here like a bump on a rock. And they still haven't discussed my business yet. But here they are coming back. Curses on them if they haven't discussed my business yet.
Bring the girl to see me here. I know what I must say. You two go and wait inside the church. Stand off to the side so that she does not see you. I do not know who is deceiving whom. These two men. They come to me here with that first tale in an attempt to deceive me. If I
Return to your prayers, Mother. We will contact you if we need you again. Miss Anicia, head you home and make sure your wife continues to follow the plan. I will go get Calamaco, have him deliver the potion to you. We will meet again an hour after sunset to plan what happens at bedtime.
Good thinking. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Calamaco!
I wish I knew what those two have done. But if I could just find Ligerio, I could talk to him. But, here he comes in a great rush. Either his news will keep me alive a bit longer or be the death of me.
Where have you been?
What's the news?
Good news!
Really good?
Excellent!
The abbess did what was required.
She did!
Lucrezia is happy?
Yes, she is.
God bless the abbess. I will pray for her.
That's a good one. As if God rewards vice as well as virtue. Have you prepared the potion?
I have.
What are you giving him?
A cup of hypocrites. It suits our needs. It soothes the stomach and lightens the... No.
Why?
Do you not remember what I told Messi and Nisha? That you, him, Ciro, and I would have to find somebody to seize to put in the bed with his wife.
So?
So if I'm with you, I can't be the one that sees. And if I'm not with you, he'll tumble to the deception.
No, I've got it.
What have you got?
The abbess. She's been with us up until this point. She'll see it through to the end.
How?
Well, we all have to wear disguises. Look, I will disguise the abbess. She'll change her voice and will cover her habit and her face.
Okay, I like it, but what will I do?
Wear a simple tunic. Get yourself a lute and come around this corner strumming a little tune. We'll be waiting in ambush on the corner.
With my face uncovered?
Well, of course. For if you're wearing a mask, she'll tumble to the deception.
He'll recognize me.
No, he won't, because you'll make a face. No, go. Open up your mouth. Now, twist it around a bit. Skew it. All right, now, squint on one eye and speak funny.
Very well. Young white.
Then, we'll grab you. We will take the loop. We'll spin you around a few times, drag you into the house, send you to the bed, and the rest is up to you.
Making it there is the hard bit.
Hard or not, yeah, you must do it. But what is more important is that you make sure that this is not the only night.
What do you mean?
You have to reveal the deception to her. You have to tell her who you are. You have to reveal the love you have for her. Show her how much you care for her. How, without any cost to her honor, she can be your friend. But with great cost to her honor, your enemy. Well, it cannot be that she should decide that this should be the only night and that you would not get to sleep with her again.
Do you really think so?
I do! But it is getting late. Call Ciro. Have her send the potion to Messenicia. I am going to go speak with the abbess.
All right, good night. Off you go. Hey, Ciro!
Here I am.
Get the silver cup that's in my linen and cover it. No. Get the silver cup that's in my closet that's in my bedchamber and cover it with a piece of linen. Then immediately go to Messenicia. Tell him that this is the potion that he needs to give to his wife after supper. The sooner that she takes it after dinner, the better. And then once we're all gathered at that corner, she should come out. Wait, off you go. I'm waiting for Ligerio to return with the abbess. It's true what they say, that waiting's the hardest part. Is that Ligerio I see? It is! It looks like a hunchback. Is that Cyril? I see. It is. She must have ran her errand. Judge. Okay. I'll wait for them here so I can talk more about the plans. Welcome, one and all! Did you give the cup to the judge?
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
I have everything ready.
Oh!
Why? Is this Skelemarker?
At your command, and let us give our word that you can use my fortune as if it were your own.
I am sure. And let it be known that I do something for you I would not do for anyone else.
Your efforts will not be wasted.
Your goodwill towards me is sufficient.
Enough formalities. Ciro and I will go. We will get into our disguises. Calamaco, go home. Get yourself ready. We'll be waiting for you here. Abbess, we shall return in a moment. Please wait here.
Good idea. Let's go.
I'll wait for you. You know, it is true what they say. 'Tis good deeds that lead
we look?
Excellent.
The judge is missing. Let us head over towards his door and see where he is.
Who's that opening his door? Is that his servant?
No. That's him. He seems to be muttering something. We'll wait here. He'll probably hear something about his wife.
What a carry-on from my lunatic wife. She sends the maid to her mother's house and the manservant to the country house, and for this I praise her. I do not, however, praise her for making such a fuss before agreeing to go to bed. I don't want to. What'll I do? What are you making me do? A mother of God. I look good, don't I? Yeah. And who would recognize me? I look taller, younger. Yes, there's not a woman in Florence who let me pay to go to bed with her. But where are those chaps?
Good evening, Your Honor. No, be right. It's just.
Oh, you're all here, are you? You're the Gurio, you're Cyril, and that's the doctor.
Yes, that is the doctor.
Look at him, he's changed himself so completely. Who would know him?
Oh, I want to be the general. Give the army its marching orders. Calamaco, you lead on the right horn. I shall lead on the left. And, Licia, you be between the two horns. Ciro, take up the rear in case anyone falls. We'll set up an ambush on this corner over here. I believe I hear a lute playing. Jump in! All right, spin around. All right, good.
Spin him again.
All right, one time. Okay.
And spin him again.
Really?
I like spinning. All right, let's take him back to my place. Come on.
Off we go.
Well, we shouldn't go any further.
Right. We shall release him here. Now then. Ciro, spin him around.
Hey, don't hurt that.
Spin him one more time.
Now then. Get you going. If I hear you have said anything about this, I will cut your throat. Now go. Shoot.
Please run off. We should go get our gear off because we have to be up and about early so nobody thinks that we've been up all night.
You're right.
All right, and you and Ciro, you go and you tell Dr. Calamaco that everything went well.
Oh, he'll be here shortly. For it is nearly light. And, we should go and take off our disguises. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I will go home too and I'll change into my best clothes, get my wife up and washed, send her to go get church, and I want you guys there so we can thank the abbess for and reward her for the good turn that she has done.
Yes!
Very well. We'll see you there.
I've heard all that they have said, and I like it all, but especially that last part about rewarding me. I shall go into the church where who I am is worth more currency, What? Is Ligario and Calamaco coming out of his house? I do not wish for them to see me for the same reason. I will go in and wait for them there, and then even if they do not come to see me, I still have time to go and see them.
As I told you, my dear Ligario, I was reluctant to the early hours of the morning. But even though I felt such great pleasure, it didn't seem right. But when I told her who I was, how great was the love that I bore her, and how easily on account of her husband's folly that we would live happily and with no infamy at all, and when I promised her whenever God would otherwise dispose of him, I would take her as my wife. And I know for a fact that she knows the difference between my lips and that of Nicias, and the sweet kisses of a young lover, and those in a husband. And after a sigh or two, she said,
Because of your cunning, my husband's foolishness, my mother's simplicity, and the wickedness of my confessor have led me to do what I would never have done on my own. I shall judge it as a result of a heavenly disposition that so desires, and I cannot refuse what heaven wants me to accept. Therefore I take you as Lord, Master, Guide. I want you as my Father, my Defender, and as my dearest good. And what my husband wanted for one evening, I want him to have forever. And you will be his best friend, and you will come to church with us, and from there you will come to dine with us, and you may come and go at will, and we can come together at any part of the day without arousing suspicion.
When I heard these words, I almost died of delight. I couldn't have said a fraction of the things I would like to have said. Oh, I find myself the most contented and most happiest man in the world. And if death and time do not bring this happiness to an end, I will be more blessed than the blessed and more sainted than the saints.
I am delighted that you have gotten everything that you wanted, and everything that I promised you has come to pass. But now then, what's next?
We're going to meet them into the church because I promised her that I'd meet her there when she arrived at the judge.
Oh, I hear someone coming. Oh, and the judge is behind her.
Quick, let's sneak into the back of the church. Wait for them there.
Buenos dias, mother.
Good day, Your Honor, and congratulations, Madonna Lucrezia. You'll get yourself a strong male child.
May it be God's will.
I'm sure it is.
I see Ligario and Calamaco going into church.
You did, Your Honor.
Oh, call them over.
Get out here!
God save you.
Doctor, take my wife's hand. Willie. Lucrezia, this is a man who provided us with a crop to support us into our old age.
And I am indebted to him, and he should be our dear friend.
Oh, and I want him and Ligario to come to breakfast with us.
Of course.
And I want to give them the key to the door downstairs that opens into the loggia so they can come and go when it suits them. They don't have women at home. They live like animals.
Makes sense. And I will use it forever.
I am owed money.
Oh,
To distribute his own.
rest assured, it'll be sent to you today.